and Dennis Norton.
Hello. Hello. And now that ITV have finally renewed their contract with Associated Clipboard Hire, welcome to another All Right on the Night. And this being our 20th, let us, without further ado, start with some well-known characters who actually need all the ado they can get, because the whole bunch of them, poor dears, are going through what might be termed the memory pause, as for instance.
Bizarrely, up until last year, I still could not work out the difference between gross and net, and here was I running Britain's biggest private group of companies, and a friend of mine finally sat me down and said, "Look, Richard, we can tell whenever we're meeting and going for figures that you're just nodding and you have no idea what we're talking about." So let me explain. Now, look, take a fishing net. The fish that are left in the net is what you've got left, what you've got left, and everything else. Oh God, I've got it wrong again.
See you, Karen. George.
Who's he?
Vincent.
Who?
An old flame, one that used to burn very bright for Karen.
Oh dear.
Sorry, it's Helen.
Yeah.
I used to want to be Miss World.
Well, do you know what? It's a good job you never entered. Because you'd have wiped the floor with them and I might never have met you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to put your arm around me at that point.
We'll never know now, will we?
These stories and more for Thursday. Let me take my roller out of my hair. You just getting up this early? So am I. August the 14th. Good morning, I'm Lee Marshall. Thanks for waking up with us.
Les just wants it to be me and him. You'll understand when you're older.
Yeah. Got the money for my sweets?
No.
If you ask me to sum up in 3 words, what racehorse ownership means, I think it means excitement beyond belief. It means frustration, and it means, in some instances, poverty. Because it's not a cheap hobby, but it's a fantastically, substantial hobby. What's the word I'm trying to say? Fulfilling hobby.
Emma, any babies?
Yes, we've got 5 babies who were born today.
Which is the most recent?
Travis.
Can we
Take
go
him
and
to see you.
Please, come on. Is this Travis's mother?
This is Travis's mother, Elise.
Elise, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
And what's the little baby called?
Travis.
Nigel Dempster and a print that's really too old to be up this late. Well, all television toilers are now obliged to attend special health and safety courses to teach them how to avoid coming to any harm during the making of a programme. Fortunately for this programme, though, the pass rate is not 100%.
And we've got a real-life $1 million baby as well.
We have indeed, yeah. Of course, the film has been doing the rounds recently and won an Oscar for Clint Eastwood. Well, we're not going to win any Oscars for this because it's a true story, but Amanda Coulson, 22 years old, will become the first woman to fight in the ABA.
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3!
Up you, Bev. You got yours, Benny. Now, as you know, there's £500 for... Oh, my God.
Oh, exhilarating. This truly is the fastest beast in all England.
Yeah! The sword. Bloody sword.
You're a community worker. What kind of community work?
Mostly with old people.
Yeah, let's not talk about work. I mean, work's while we're here. If we met people at work, we wouldn't have to do this, eh? Oh, my menu's on fire.
And this is our bar.
Our sumos have to pick up their bricks, make it up to the revolve, make it not slip up this ramp. This will all be spinning. It'll be an absolute nightmare. Down to the other end. They have to take...
What we've got here today is one of the safe things you can put in other than food. If you put a piece of soap in a microwave, and thus at a stroke... Can you smell it? It's appalling, isn't it?
Or is that you?
It's just... If you put a piece of soap in the microwave, it will start to make its own sculpture. Never mind your Henry Moores or that fellow who does all the Perspex stuff. Try it indoors. Piece of soap. The air in the soap will start making sculptures. Now, back, put on your lead vests indoors and your goggles, because here we go. This has been in there about 5 minutes now. Look! Trick. Terry, never leave the radio.
Welcome to the house of Dracula. And now, my ladies of the night, let's party.
Thanks. They keep calling out.
Wildlife Aid? I understand you have a deer in your garden. Yeah, how long's it actually been there?
I would say 5 or 6 days.
Right, and has it got antlers or is it a female?
It's a female.
Right. Next question is, how tall are your fences?
Up 5 feet, I think.
Sorry?
Up 5 feet, I would guess.
Right. I mean, the chances are it can get out quite easily. A deer can do a standing jump of about 12 feet.
I know we just see that too, and it's, you know, it's a hell of a go, but small little terrier. Close to it. Because, that's all I want to do.
I only met you yesterday and...
Well, we just kind of clicked. Well, here's to new friends.
And old ones.
Swallowed his lemon.
Didn't realise I had to look like a dinner lady to do it, but there we go. Is it on back to front?
Internet at NTL joins me now. What's going on? What's going on in your offer?
I'm afraid this is not what I'm talking about.
I'm afraid we obviously have the wrong guest here.
She's a friend.
Oh, careful, Sticky. I've had friends like that. Ended up marrying one of them.
Well, I'm fairly certain that's not going to happen. She's going to stay in Whangarei.
Right. Why don't you tell me about that tomorrow instead of keeping the lady waiting?
I did the proof.
I'll sort that out soon.
Are you sure it's okay? I can't remember.
The proof thing kind of threw me too.
Okay, team, time to synchronise watches. Suki, are you ready?
We're ready, Claire.
Team, are you ready?
Yes!
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hej! Varför är den korsen där är igen?
Tell you somebody who would have revelled in that clip. The man they used to call the king of the cue cards, Bob Hope. He was so skillful with them that if any of his star guests ever proved slightly less adept, well, you'll see the sort of treatment they could expect in this next sequence, which begins with another Welsh citizen, a curly-headed youth who's suddenly confronted with the unfamiliar American word flivver, their name for a clapped-out old car.
There are smiles that have a tender meaning that the eyes of love alone may see. You know, there's a smile that you get from a baby as you bounce it on your knee. There's a smile that you get from a lady when you ask her out to tea. There's a smile you get from your sweetie.
Yes. When you take it out of your flivver.
Take it out of your flivver? When you take it out in your flivver? It's a single. I don't want to be in this act. When you take it out in your flivver. Yes, I have it. Thanks for that. That's an old high school trick. Well, let's go. Back, you dogs. Why not? Where's that? Don't forget to take it out on your flivver, folks. And you should see him dance. I want to tell you, he makes John Travolta look like Perry Como.
And you know he's from Russia? Trained with the Bolshevik.
I didn't say it. You said that.
Bullshit.
He said bullshit.
Bullshit.
It came out something else.
I said bullshit.
Print that.
No. Cheer up. We live on love.
That's right, dear. We'll live on love. A little early for that. How you women stand it. The mud packs, facials, massages, hours under a hot driver. Well, it's... Really?
Driver, huh?
Under a hot drive. Did I say driver? I'm still playing golf. Get up right on that thing because we'll never get that laugh again. How often can you fool an audience?
Why don't you go through that joke just to get to the...
Oh, the hell with that. No.
Just the end of it. Just the end of it. So you're in the right position.
No, let him just do the thing. Hell with that. No, sir, boy. I get a little different when I got the mafia on my side, you know what I mean? No other singer has your depth, your technique, your phrasing.
What are you trying to say?
We couldn't get Bette Midler.
I heard a terrible thing. She's got a permanent case of the frizzies. That's what they've written down in the terminal is not right. It's not better.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Try it again.
Yes, I heard a terrible thing. She's got a terminal case of the frizzies. Laugh.
Tell it right.
The very last time Robert Goulet tried ad-libbing Mr. Hope. Well, we've been taking another round-the-world tour of the soaps. And one thing we discovered is that sometimes it's not just the storylines that are flimsy. Quite frequently, you come across similar weaknesses in the sets and the equipment.
She's upset you she's won. No. The only way she wins is if she splits us up. And that's not going to happen, is it? There is one good thing, though. She's making it very easy to look.
You're right.
Yes,
What's it?
He tried to get up. He fell over. He looked like he was having...
A wooden performance.
Know something, Tarzan? Face the fireplace.
Turn around!
place!
David, let's just, look, let's just say that...
Put the file on the table right now.
Just say that I even... got a crappy day ball.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. How are you?
Oh, make me a love slave.
No time, gotta go. Well, truly, I'm tempted, but work calls.
Text me later.
You bet.
Oh, what? No.
Nobody has said anything about the punishment. I simply say it has to be reported.
And have him branded for life. Not just in society's eyes, Philip, but more importantly, in his own eyes. Philip, if you go through with this...
He could handle himself, couldn't he?
Yeah. Give him my regards, won't you?
If I see him?
Don't be proud, Steph. With Alzheimer's, you never know the minute.
Good, I've got my head. Okay. Come on. Keep coming. Keep coming. Yes. Forceps. No, it's please have come off. Please have come off.
Of those zany madcaps at the Royal. The next take, they used a doll. Well, let's now investigate the widely held belief that when any living creature stands in front of a TV camera, that little red light on top emits rays that not only upset the brain's sense of direction and hand-eye coordination, they can damage your entire steering mechanism. And I must say, there is ample evidence.
Take my deposit. If only we had another available property. We'd let you have it rent-free, but sadly we don't.
Well, in that case, I want my money back immediately.
Of course, just give us your bank details.
Angle shot right here, and then move out of frame, and then you pick it back up, Billy.
You right, Dylan? Kill everyone on the vehicle.
Noonie! Ja, Noonie, man überlegt immer. Kommst du? Und dann, Noonie, hallo,
One of these is a black-eyed bean.
Black-eyed beans, yeah.
Well,
Fresh cucumber.
Why didn't you tell me?
Dear.
Me? Alright, so I'm going to bank it, alright? Watch the wonder.
Keep going.
1, 2, 3.
That's really a good trip. I suppose I could say that my first courgette is just too beautiful to cut. But that would be a complete lie, because the truth is, I can't wait to get my teeth into it. Already cut my finger on the first go.
Of course, that's our Mr. Fernley Whittingstall preparing a finger buffet. And our next little lot questions the inevitability of Magnus Magnusson's famous "I've started, so I'll finish," because that's not always how it works out. In fact, as you'll see in this batch of false starts, it can just as often be a case of what's known in the trade as getting the show off to a flying stop.
Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
It is January the 14th. No, it's not. It's January the 15th.
Come on, then. Hello. Well, hello, and welcome to what is sadly the last. Ow! Sorry. Sorry. Oh, trod on my foot. Ta-da!
Jeez, man.
Snakes and Ladders, the amazing game experience for the entire family. Your host, Mr. Fred
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. This is Debbie.
Sure. This is ABC 27 Daybreak. I'm Nick O'Hearn. Kim is going to go off. She's having issues this Friday morning. Anyway.
You know, how many years have I been doing this show? You'd think I'd know the name of it by now.
Piano.
So much more we can all do, and as Annabella was saying there, she had locked the place, but perhaps not as securely as she might do. And here, Richard Flynn, Crime Prevention Officer, good morning. What more could have been done on this door?
Yes, what's the problem we have here is that Annabella didn't apply the 2 deadbolts onto the door there, and obviously the Yale lock.
Will you come and move your Volvo? You're obstructing. I've got to get to work.
Fine. I will go and try and find Nim. You know, just to make sure that he's not, like, I don't know, dead or something.
Oh, Nancy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Come back. I'm dying here.
Hi, I'm Viju from MTV Italy. What does Shaggy exactly mean? Shaggy?
I'm not Shaggy. My name is P. Diddy.
If you drink this all day, not only will you not put on weight, you'll lose dramatic amounts of weight as well. Now, it does sound too good to be true, doesn't it? But it's not. It's hard fact, according to Yorkshire Water, because they've been piloting this on a study of some 200 homes. They put in these special third taps so people can have access to the diet water whenever they want. And we're going to be speaking to the families who say they've lost lots of weight with it, and the scientists who developed it a bit later on. So it's incredible. Crikey.
Well, you've got a great couple of handfuls there, Kate. Does one feel lighter than the other?
They both look, taste and feel the same, you'll be pleased to know.
You ever heard of Torquay?
I have not.
What do you know about Scotland?
I know it's a Norwegian country.
Did you have to do it while I was in the shower?
How was I
I supposed to know you don't shower 2 at a time?
Well, do you go to the toilet 2 at a time?
Well, only when you're...
No, you don't. And if you do, please stop.
Well, eyelashes are falling off,
That's
sorry.
The developers, Yep.
This is a man who picks up people on the internet, who tells you he's divorced when his wife was actually killed, who makes abusive phone calls.
That's not true.
It is true. If you think I'm going to let him drive my children off into the night in some Ponzi car so he can take them God knows where, well, you're even more stupid than I thought. Rubbish.
What sort of zoo is this? I mean, is this more of a petting zoo than your standard sort of zoo? It is very similar to your standard type of zoo. And the fact that we do have pets involved in.
Braf yma.
Ddylia bod chi ddim wedi dod yma.
Dwi'n gwybod. Stick o bloody allan o'r o.
You cannot be comparing me as a mother to Barbara.
This is just how it started with Will. It was always about what she wanted, what she needed.
I would never use my child for my own private agenda. Everything I do for that boy.
Yes, that's exactly what Barbara always says.
You have not spoken to him, about this the way I have. No, not to me.
Not.
That'll teach him to buy a snow machine from a man in the car park. Anyway, harking back to those examples of memory failure that we were demonstrating earlier, let's now turn to what must surely be the ultimate in on-screen amnesia, actually forgetting you're on television. It can happen.
This is a special weather report from the News Channel 15 live Doppler Weather Center.
Oh, this afternoon I was doing a afternoon mirror, the weather information.
Thrown into question by 2 high-profile resignations, Vice-Chancellor Suzanne Rees-Passer and the Finance Minister Karl-Heinz Grasser. Government over a row with members.
And here's a lady who's quite forgotten that this promo is going out live.
Anne Widdicombe, good evening to you. Hello there, Anne. Tell us
Hello.
what's in store.
No, it's on.
Tell us what's coming up.
I would if it was on the screen.
Give us a guess. Go on. See if you can remember.
See if I can remember, right. Good evening. It's Monday, it's 7 o'clock, and I'm Widdicombe. No, I'm not actually, I'm Anne Widdicombe.
And thanks very much indeed. We'll be back for more on that programme, as she says, at 7 o'clock.
There is a warm front moving the sub-zero temperatures farther off to the east, and hopefully this is the one storm that should be able to provide us with at least a bit of a break and some snowfall since things have been so very dry. Sometimes you just got to drop in on them to see what they're doing while I'm talking. That's it. There we go.
And the top stories in the Midlands tonight.
And when she got home that night, she said, sorry I'm late, but I overslept at work. Well, as most of the programme so far has dealt with indoor calamities, let's now venture into the fields and woodlands and take a ruminative shufti at the downside of the outside.
Well, by Florida standards, it's actually a pretty chilly day, but this water is so warm. Year-round, it's always 72 degrees, and it's pure.
Pull up a flap and check every now and then. After you've got the sod firmly adhered to the soil, you can water less frequently, but much more, with more, you know.
Ceci dit, il ne voit pas grand-chose quand même. Hein?
Commencez par tirer au bouchon, Guy. Vous verrez plus clair.
Bien vu, c'est le cas de le dire. Et c'est déjà mieux comme ça. Hein.
Initially, it was the farmers who were concerned about carrying these payments. That burden has now been passed on. And while the farmers say they support the
I don't suppose many people see what we're seeing.
No. I think the exciting thing about this is that, we're sort of outwitting this wild creature. And you can do it very simply just by being very quiet, keeping your distance. I just off.
And we basically saw a one-legged duck. Did we, Mum?
Yeah, he did. That's called a seagull, darling. They only stand on one leg.
I'm not sure that they do, actually. Seagulls, do they? Get me Bill Oddie on 3. In the meantime, something I have to confess, because we did agree, didn't we, there to be no secrets between us. I have to tell you that in choosing these clips, I occasionally encounter one that makes me feel guilty for laughing at it. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I just feel ashamed afterwards. Not an unfamiliar experience, mind you. But if anyone's curious about the kind of clip I mean, stay right where you are.
I set up the Steve Redgrave Trust to try and raise a significant...
Okay.
I set up the Steve Redgrave Trust to try and raise I've been involved in different charities for a long period of time, and coming back from the Games, I wanted to make a significant difference. I said it again. I'm dying to get that word in that I can't say. Significant.
It's all right for others to have miracles, but I don't see me having one. Well, start seeing yourself having one. Yeah. Amen? Start saying, yes, I believe for my household to be saved. I believe from the young people I know to come into a relationship and become mighty warriors for God. I want to be a wimp and not a warrior. I mean, I want to be a warrior, not a wimp.
Thanks for staying with us, folks. And I said before, we're going to talk to some people now who have experiences with Fritchingtown Senior Living Community. And it gives me great pleasure always to talk to this guy. He's been a friend of mine. I've known him for many years. He's been just a great asset to the greater Hazelton area. My friend Richard Abernethy, Reverend Abernethy. Now, we were talking about this, about saying, I know I used to call you Abernathy, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think people, are ignorant about, their health, knowing whether or not it's a serious illness, and is this causing problems at work?
I think there's a spectrum of people around. There are some people who realise that minor symptoms can be easily treated by themselves, and they don't actually need to take time off or see doctors. But a lot of people worry about that they may have something more serious, and they need some reassurance. And I think the campaign is really about trying to reassure people and to know the right places to go to get some information to help them look after themselves.
How do you get the information to these people?
No idea.
Du faut c'est pas un skieur, c'est un cycliste. Ma pauvre Léa, ce que t'es drôle.
Oll lefydd rhyfedd ac annisgwyl maen nhw'n ceisio'ch denu chi iddo fo, fe allwch chi hyd yn oed fynd i Wigan. Mae'n teulu bod y lle yn werth i weld.
So, while we had a bit of glamour to the bedroom, let's have a look at another amazing renovation story in this week's House Star Farm. My feet still got the tips. Nearly got there.
That's brilliant. Up and down stroking.
Tell you what, Colin, it's nice to have a break, but flipping wasp. I must admit they are.
All of Molly's all of her little idiosyncrasies are all, all of Molly's quirks, basically.
Get up, put on the head, get up. I'm stuck. Can you push me? Get up and stuck.
Okay. So, Steve, just do a cut.
The quiet market town of Tring here in Hertfordshire might seem a million miles away from the frantic... Sorry? No, finish? Who's finished? No, well, I'm just doing a little walking thing, see? Do I? Okay. Okay, right, do you want to come this way then? Because he's going to film that way. Okay.
Pardon?
I mean, you wouldn't let a friend down, would
No,
you?
I definitely wouldn't let a friend down.
No, I'm glad to know that, because I've just had a wager on Sebastopol Rovers.
No! I can't even get the name right. It's Rangers.
Well,
Sorted.
how much? The whole $5 grand? Who do you have to sleep with?
Just me.
Ow. Brilliant. Thanks. Thanks.
Oh, you're on my balls, go.
Mr. Kemp giving Miss Collins a location update. Well, there are some actors and presenters who are born with a rather special talent. If ever they happen to misread a line, what emerges is always much more interesting than what they were supposed to say. I call it the gift of the gaff, and here are some of its lucky possessors.
We've got the Evening Standard, Prince Harry. We talked about this in the programme earlier this morning, but we'll talk about it again because it's such a good story.
Yes, I like
Prince
looking at the
Harry
pictures,
has
really.
bonked a photographer.
Did
On
he?
the
I
nose.
beg your pardon?
On the nose, sorry, on the nose. Bops, sorry. Is it all that?
It's a different story altogether.
You never said anything about this letter. Did it slip your mind, or is this another one of your secrets?
Oh, like what?
Like the fact that you were nosing around the lighthouse for no apparent reason?
I'm sorry. I am sorry, but I had business there. I am a real estate license.
No, you're a little teapot, short and stout.
Live entertainment and a live audience, which will, I hope, include my husband.
We celebrate life. So many people have been lied to about issues like abortion, and I hope that you'll stick around and watch some incredible pictures of you when you were being conceived, when you were, let's do it over. It's been pretty good there.
Tonight on Look North, jailed for life, the killer who murdered in cold blood.
With the latest on the Labour MP thrown out of Parliament after filling her erection expenses.
Our storm watch is out for much of the Plains states. Wyoming and Montana both have tornado watches out tonight, and that is because conditions are right for tomatoes. And tornadoes. Okay.
Kate Winslet has reluctantly gone on a diet to shift the weight she gained during pregnancy because she thinks she might not get work otherwise. The Titanic, well, the star of the Titanic, has often spoken out for people with fuller figures.
What do you think they refused Gary Bale in case he got the urge to do it again? I know. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. I don't know. People do funny things when their kids are threatened. Their mind just sort of switches. I remember reading an article once about a woman who single-handedly... You go think bigger than me.
Thousands of people gathered in Washington this weekend for the annual National Frisbee Festival. Lots of dogs were on hand, or paw as well. Plastic discs soared over the field with deadly accuracy.
Why don't you stick around? We'll talk it after over. Or we'll talk it over after.
There was some verbal speed bumps, and that's us almost after over. But as there's still a bit of time before they roll those high-speed credits, let's first thank all those colleagues who've allowed us to exhibit their rare moments of competence wobble, then fill our remaining couple of minutes with as many clips as we can cram in, no less than a dozen or so, each one treading on the heels of the next, none longer than 9 seconds. So keep up, lads.
I'm Julie. I'm Nikki. And you're watching...
More of this rain on the way, then?
Yes, Bob, more rain to come. The number of times you've had me on this sofa recently.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Virginia, a Virginia classic from Bob Corey, Fresh Roasted Penis.
And $1 million of the company's turnover this year. That's Tony Blair on the phone for me, is it?
Congratulations today to winner.
Mr. Robert Knight.
Congratulations, Norm.
Well...
In this week's programme, we meet the artist behind the unusual markings on the doors of the Wales Millennium Centre.
Hobby shop's open.
Before I disappear in a pile of water. So thank you very much for coming along.
Whipped the locals into a frenzy before the trial even started. You'd have got murdered. Did the move right and buggered the line.
Tonight's Daylight TV Weekend News will be at 11:25, and following that, Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn star in our hilarious movie The Out-of-Towners, beginning at 11:40. Coming up next, Sharon Stone, Stephen Fry and Bette Midler. They're all on Parkinson after the break.